us before we collect the offering.
As I was preparing for this talk about stewardship, one of my favorite stories came to mind. Once upon a time, there was an old man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach every morning before he began his work. Early one morning, he was walking along the shore after a big storm had passed and found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. Off in the distance, the old man noticed a small boy approaching. As the boy walked, he paused every so often, and as he grew closer, the man could see that he was occasionally bending down to pick up an object and throw it into the sea. The boy came closer still, and the man called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is that you are doing?" The young boy paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has washed them up onto the beach, and they can't return to the sea by themselves," the youth replied. "When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back into the water." The old man replied, "But there must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you won't really be able to make much of a difference." The boy bent down and picked up yet another starfish and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one." When we think about stewardship, we typically focus on the monetary portion. And while the financial component is an important one, it is not the only part of stewardship. Everything that we have is given to us from God. And so, to be a good steward of His gifts, we need to give of ourselves in the form of our time and talents as well. We all have individual gifts that we can use to serve God. We can volunteer to assist in worship as a lector, usher, communion assistant, assisting minister, or help by serving on altar guilds or counting our financial gifts. We can volunteer to tend the Holy Trinity Garden so that there is an abundance of fruits and vegetables for our congregation and the people who receive meals from Vincent's Care Kitchen to enjoy. We can share our musical talents in worship by singing in the choir or playing instruments. We can help form the faith of our children by teaching them about God's love. We don't always see the difference our gifts of time and talents make, but everything we offer of ourselves does make a difference somehow. Even if it seems insignificant at the time, every little bit helps. Just as the little boy helped as many starfish as he could, so we should give all that we can to further God's mission in the world.